To be able to hold the business you want or the career you want, or even just to hit your overall goals, you most likely need to acquire the characteristics of having a sharp mind, discipline, and focus. If you want to get better at this, or if you don't have this at all yet, but you want to, the good news is that neuroplasticity is a thing and you can train your brain to become anyone you want to. So if that's what you want, make sure you stay until the end because I'm about to go over 10 tips to develop this. The first 5 being mindset shifts and the last 5 being practical habits for you to implement. If you're new here, my name is Sabrina and I teach creatives, dreamers, and entrepreneurs how to train their brains to turn their dreams into their real daily lives. I do take on one-on-one VIP clients. If you're someone who's looking to build or scale a business, go after a creative venture like becoming an actress or a music producer. Together, we focus on reinventing your new identity, removing mental blocks and limiting beliefs that may be causing procrastination and self-sabotage, and setting up practical action plans to be able to close the gap from where you're at now to where you want to be. You can find the link in the description to book a call to apply if you want to be a VIP client. And let's get into the video. The first tip is mindset 1, and it's all about energy, baby. Being focused, being sharp-minded, it's all in identity. It's all in how you show up in your day-to-day, hour by hour. It's an energy you hold in your energetic field. You do everything this way. You meal prep in a focused and clear-minded state. You write your Instagram captions in a focused and clear-minded state. You do your workouts in a focused and clear-minded state. So the first thing you want to do when you're working on implementing more discipline, more focus, to be able to have more freedom and enjoyment in your life is to really practice this energy. So what does that look like for you? If right now you might be in a more lackadaisical state, or you feel slow, you feel more sluggish, or you feel like your head just isn't in it, ask yourself, what would it feel like if I were really present and focused right now? How would I feel? How would my mind feel? How would my body feel? Get into detail, start practicing that. And at first, it may feel tiring to practice. At first, if you're on the other end of this and you're wanting to be more sharp-minded, you're wanting to be more disciplined, it might feel like you're really pushing yourself at first, but this is the stretching point of training your brain. You're wiring in new neural pathways. Your body is getting used to new hormonal changes of the different emotions you're feeling now that you're in this disciplined present state versus a lackadaisical, distracted state. So be patient with yourself and allow this stretch season to be there. Start to view yourself as this person. I am someone who's becoming more focused. I am someone who's becoming more disciplined. It's just a no-brainer to pursue my goals and to get the things done that I want to. Practice, practice, practice. Your brain is going to get used to it and your body is going to get used to it. And if you're practicing this and you keep getting distracted, it feels really, really hard for you to stay disciplined. You keep having brain fog. You have major indecision and confusion and you're wanting to do this and that and the other thing. Okay, it's not that you have ADHD. Okay, it's not that you are incapable or that you're broken. Okay, it may very well be that in your subconscious mind, you have doubts or fears or worries or negative connotations about this goal that you are pursuing, that your subconscious mind, the part of your mind that controls 90 to 95% of your thoughts, your actions, behaviors, habits, emotions, your subconscious mind may see more danger and discomfort in your dream life and your goals and will communicate to your body, we're not going there. It may communicate to your body, that's dangerous. It's alerting, right, your mind and your body. Do whatever you can to not go in that direction because there is danger and discomfort and you're way more safe sitting right now where you're currently at. And this is where you really want to do more investigation in what's going on up here. And if this sounds like you and you want to look more into this, I'll go ahead and link a playlist that has more videos that go deeper into this topic because that's a whole nother playing field. And it's something that would really benefit you to dive deep on. I was working with one of my VIP clients recently and we were on a live call doing a brain training to help her attract more money. Money felt very hard for her. She felt very constricted around it. And when we were diving deep into the subconscious, we discovered that because of her upbringing, her subconscious mind had correlated making money to being manipulated to do things that you don't want to do. like a really stressful, boring job. So her body started closing up every time she thought about money or was looking for a new job or when it came to managing money, causing her to energetically close off money from coming in and stopping her from practically being a great manager of her money. So we began to neutralize the fears that were deep in her subconscious through practicing EFT. Okay, if you don't know what EFT is, emotional freedom tapping or emotional freedom technique, look into it. It's in my Regulating Your Nervous System Tools video. It's an amazing technique to help you get through limiting beliefs or get through really tough emotions. So we began to neutralize this fear and wire in a new belief system that she has that freedom and say in her life. But essentially, that subconscious negative connotation that was created when she was a little girl made it really difficult for her to attract money and manage money in the way that she consciously and ideally wanted to, because the mind associated it with discomfort and danger. So start investigating your thoughts. If this is you, ask yourself, what is coming up for me right now? Ask yourself, what bad thing happens when I accomplish this goal? When you're working towards something and you feel really overwhelmed, you feel really uncomfortable, ask yourself, what are the exact thoughts and emotions that are coming up for me when I am working on this goal? Investigate, journal on it, write it down, take the time to do this. On top of this, to be really good at having strong focus and discipline, you want to regulate your nervous system and your brainwave state. So what do I mean by this? Don't take action from any kind of rushed, desperate, flighty, urgent, I need to get this done like yesterday energy. Like, cut that out. Don't do that. Even if you needed to get that task done literally yesterday, by operating in a rushed and desperate and really chaotic state, that's the vibration you're putting out there. You're only going to get more of that. You don't want that. I don't want that for you. Nobody wants that for you. If you want to be organized and focused and get done with your work early and feel ahead of the game, you want to operate from a calm and regulated nervous system, meaning your body feels, it feels grounded, it feels relaxed. And with your brainwave state, this really goes hand in hand because your thoughts and your emotions are tied. When your thoughts are crazy, it activates your fight or flight. When your fight or flight is activated, it activates more monkey mind, crazy type thoughts. And now we have the different waking brainwave states of alpha, which is like your daydreaming, creative type, light meditation type state. You have low beta, which is you're doing like light work, you're working, you're reading, you're like looking over emails, something that doesn't require too much mental capacity. We have mid beta brainwave state, which is when you're doing something harder, like solving problems or giving a presentation, and it requires more brain power, it requires more alertness. And then you have high beta, which is when your brain is in overdrive. It's Dr. Joe Dispenza describes it as when you're driving a car down the highway and your car is in first gear and your foot is slammed on the gas, revving on the engine. That is high beta brainwave state. And this is you're scatter-minded. Your thoughts are bouncing off one another. You're stressed, you're anxious. This activates your fight or flight system. Your body's going, oh, like we're in danger, something's going on, like it doesn't feel good. High beta is what you want to avoid. And you don't need to know these brainwave states, but I'm saying them because, at least for me, it's easier for me to catch myself when I'm in high beta by giving it labels, by understanding the science behind the brainwave states and what is optimal for me to be in, what I enjoy being in, and then what I need to look out for. Because being in high beta happens to the best of us, but we want to avoid it at all costs. You want to be awake and alert in your brain, but not overdone and flighty. You want to be awake and alert in your brain, but calm in your body, relaxed in your body. That is the optimal productive energy that you want to be in. And so notice when the overdrive is kicking in. Do you wake up and your brain is already in overdrive? That's something you've got to know. If you wake up anxious, start meditating in the morning. You got to start practicing these habits that will help you regulate yourself back down until your baseline is optimal, good, and Gucci, feeling great type energy. Notice different habits that you might take that ignite that overdrive. Maybe it's drinking too much coffee. Maybe it's scrolling. Catch yourself, wind it back, relax your body, connect with your breath, and train your brain to be in that high productive state. My fourth tip is to visualize yourself accomplishing your tasks with ease. Visualize yourself in this new energy, in this new mindset, as this new person. And you can do this in the morning when you wake up for your day. Meditating first thing in the morning is something I highly recommend, will always rave about, will always suggest for you to do, because it just sets you up on an amazing tone for the rest of your day. And in that time, you can spend just a few minutes just reviewing your day, how you ideally want your day to go, and imagine yourself knocking shit out. Imagine yourself being really productive and feeling good, right? You want to feel good in the process of accomplishing your goals. You want to feel excited with the movement that you're making. Like, I was so freaking excited to record my videos today. I was so excited to write down the scripts for everything that I was recording because I love what I do. I'm creating this excitement. It's going to come out even better than what I originally planned. So imagine that, feel into that. Your brain does not understand the difference between what is vividly imagined and what you are experiencing in your real daily life. So when your brain sees you doing these things and doing them well and doing them in ample time, you are already fusing together these neural pathways. You are already creating the habits for this without even needing to create the habit for it. So it's pretty cool, and this one was pretty self-explanatory, so we will move on to number 5, which is practice being present. If you take away anything from this video, I really hope it is this one. Time is but a construct. Time is man-made. Time is malleable. Time literally does not exist. It only exists in our minds. 1 minute of holding your breath is a hell of a lot longer than 1 minute of being in a great conversation with your bestie. And how many times do you find yourself in a situation where your body is physically there, but your mind isn't? Your mind is worried about something that could potentially happen in the future, or it's focused on something that a family member told you a few days ago, or it's worried about the things you have to do after you get home. Whatever it is, your energy is not there in that present moment or in the task at hand if we're bringing this topic into developing discipline and focus. Your mental energy being anywhere but right here in the present moment makes things take way longer, and the end product will not be up to par as it could be if you were actually present, if your mind and your thoughts were actually all here in what you were doing at hand. When you take your energy from being here and there and there and there, and you clean that up and you bring it all right here, one, I just gotta say, your energy is potent. And two, your energy expands. Instead of being like this, right, your energy's so small because you have very little amount of energy actually here in the present moment. When you bring everything here, your energy goes, you're now in the quantum, baby, where anything and everything exists. Time now expands. You're able to do more in less time, and you can connect with the divine energy that allows flow, that allows information to flow in and to flow out as you're doing, flowing in and flowing out, and you're in the flow and you're just doing and you're not even thinking because you're in the flow. Without flow, your work is choppy. It's full of distractions, checking your phone, thinking about this, texting that person. You're scrolling on your phone, just wanting to finish already. And I have a couple practical tips that will help you with being present as you continue to listen to this video. But as far as the mindset aspect to this, notice when your thoughts go elsewhere and normalize in your body how good it feels to be in the flow. When you catch yourself being scattered-minded, right back to that high beta, move your attention, move your focus onto your breath, onto your body. And guys, I just have to point out, I have such a thing with birds. Like, birds are definitely one of my spirit animals, and there are these massive vultures, and I love vultures, weirdly enough, flying right outside my window. It's giving me chills. They're definitely speaking to me. But do this now as you watch this video with me. Pay attention to the air that is moving in and out of your nose as you breathe. Pay attention to the rise and fall of your chest as you take breaths. This is an amazing tool to bring you back to the present moment when your thoughts start to activate and get all crazy. Being present with your breath helps you to train your brain to be present in the moment. And I just have to say, when I went to the Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat, I felt like I lived a lifetime in 1 week. Like my life was rocked and everything was expanded. And it was because I was so present that entire time, which allowed so many possibilities to come through. It just expanded all of this time. And now moving into the practical habits to implement, these are all so freaking helpful in the whole thing. I love marrying the practical with the mindset because I feel like both of those together just really guarantees results. One of my favorite things for this is to use my high performance planner. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just really obsessed with this planner because it has really great prompts and I like to be able to track what I'm doing in the hours of my day. It has the hour time slots for you to be able to track your day hour by hour. And as I'm going about my day, I'll fill out what I'm doing each hour because it helps me keep track of where I'm getting distracted or spend way too long on a task, and it helps me clean up my days. Tracking my days like this really helps me get more done in my day because your girl has big goals, you know what I'm saying? Every night before bed, I will, in the notes app of my phone, map out my next day. So I'll write down what time I'm probably going to be waking up at, what time I'm going to start my work, how long I think tasks are going to take me, when I'm going to the gym, and I'll give myself a good general outline of what my day will look like. And this helps me go back to that tip of visualizing myself accomplishing everything that I wanted to the next day. Then when the next day comes, I'll open up my high performance planner and that's when I'll write down what I actually did in the hours of the day so I can see how long things are really taking me. And it helps me stay on track because as I'm looking at my planner, I'm like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be starting this project at this time. Let me hurry up and get this done really quick. Like it helps me like keep up to speed and also clean up any lag time that might show up in my day. Speaking of planning, because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. We all know that saying and it's true. Reflecting on your week and what went well and what didn't, what you need to improve on, can really, really help you move forward. And it's something I always try to get done on my Sundays. Sundays are my days to plan the week ahead. I'll map out what projects I'm doing on what days. I'll plan my meals. I'll meal prep. I'll cook my meals. I'll tidy the house. Because genuinely, when you have things planned out, it just makes your life 10 times easier. And you have way more mental space during your week to actually be in the flow, be present, and be productive. It gives your brain and your body that direction of where you're going. Another practical habit that I do that really helps is putting my alarm in the bathroom. A lot of things that people come to me when they want more discipline is they really struggle with their bedtime and scrolling before bed and their wake up time and actually getting out of bed at a decent time. And so putting your alarm in the bathroom or in another room forces you to get up out of bed, turn the alarm off. And for me personally, if it's already in the bathroom, I'm already in the bathroom. I can do my morning things and brush my teeth and feed my cat because he's already meowing at me. And then I can go meditate and it's all just right there. It also prevents me from scrolling before I go to sleep because I notice if I scroll before I go to sleep, like right before I fall asleep, my brain wakes up in that higher beta state. I'm in the high beta state when I fall asleep. I don't have great sleep and I wake up more in that angsty feeling of like, oh, like what's going on? What am I doing? My thoughts are thinking about everything, this, that, and the other, and it's just not a good feel. It's not a good start to your day. Versus when I put my phone down in the bathroom, I put my frequency music on my YouTube so it's echoing into the bedroom, set my alarm, it's good. I get to read a nice book. Right now I'm reading Ladyballs by Mina, Irfan. Love it, highly recommend. And then I have like a relaxing night with my mood light, my book, my frequency music, and I wake up in a great state. Okay, you want to make things as easy for yourself as possible. You want to make things take the least amount of energy as possible. And so for my number 8 tip is to create systems and habits in your day. Doing a certain task at the same time every day, just like if you wake up at the same time every day, your body gets on this internal clock. It's a habit in your nervous system. You don't even have to think about it. Your body just ups and goes. And it's like your mind can just relax because you're already walking towards your desk. You're already going and brushing your teeth without even thinking about it. You're already packing your things and leaving for the gym without even thinking about it. And no, you don't have to live Groundhog Day, like living the same type of day every single day. You can leave space for the unknown, leave space for the possibilities, but you want to create at least some solid systems in your days so that you have more mental capacity. To me, bringing this into business, this looks like doing my non-negotiables first thing in the day. I followed this with the highest priority task, which I call Eat the Frog. This Eat the Frog concept, if you haven't heard it before, it comes from the book Eat the Frog. I've never actually read it, to be honest, but my friend did, and she told me about it. I liked the concept, and it's basically putting the activities that will move the needle forward the most, putting those at the very beginning of the day so you can just knock it out. Just eat the frog. And this clears up so much mental space. You're not thinking about that task for the rest of your day, and it enables you to not put it off and not procrastinate on it because you just get it done. It's a non-negotiable. So my work days start by me answering my Instagram DMs, posting on socials if I have stuff to post that day, and doing what I need to behind the scenes for whatever strategy I'm running for my sales, depending on what I'm launching. Then I'll follow that with working on whatever highest priority project that I'm creating. I'll work on that for a couple hours, and then I'll eat my lunch, so on and so forth. And it feels really good to me to have this structure because I don't have to think or stress or worry about what am I doing? What time am I gonna get this done? Like, it's done for me. I just have to show up. And what you do every day compounds after each other. What you do every day determines how your life goes. So whatever you plan in your days, make sure it's revolved around your big, dreamy goals. Make sure you're implementing habits that make you feel good, that connect you with yourself, things that light you up. Because that is essentially, these all like action plans and strategies and things, like they're great, they help you hit your goals. But at the end of the day, you'll always hear me say this, your energy is the most important thing. Your state of mind is the most important thing. And so when you're doing these things, you want to be in a feel-good energy. You want to be in a place where you feel excited. So implement things in place to help you get to that excitement, like a morning meditation. And you want to cut out the habits and the things that are holding you back, that are making you feel scatterminded, that are making you feel anxious, that are bringing your life force down. What are these things? Honestly, I have realized how much eating frozen meals and processed food has really created a lot of brain fog for me. Lately, I've been eating really clean. Yes, it's because I got mosquito fever when I went to Bali and I got food poisoning when I went to India right after that. So my stomach, I just needed some cleaning to do. So I've been eating really clean, really whole foods. And I'm honestly so shocked shocked but not shocked because of course, but at how clear-minded I am, at how crisp my brain is, how crisp my thoughts are and I've always eaten healthy. The frozen meals I've picked have been healthier frozen meals, okay? But instead of frozen meals a few times a week and processed food, throughout the week, still on a healthy level, whatever is healthy with that, to now just 100% whole foods, I feel so energized without even having any caffeine. And yes, it's a lifestyle change to eat more whole foods, but I'm gonna preach about it because my God, it affects so much and it affects your mental clarity and being able to be ambitious and show up in the way that you wanna show up. And speaking of which, if coffee is making you feel overstimulated and activating that high beta brainwave state where you're thinking about this, you're thinking about that, just go. Cut that out, or at least cut it way back. Also with pre-workout, I know you babes go to the gym. A lot of you guys are like me, you love your fitness. If your pre-workout is making you feel so jittery, cut it out, slow it down, at least lower the amount that you're consuming. I have to throw this in here because I love them so much. I did a sponsorship for this brand a while ago and I fell in love with it. It's so good and it increases my focus so much. You drink it in the morning before you start your work, or you can drink it with coffee. And it helps to bind with the overstimulants in your coffee to be able to make you level-headed and focus and activate that flow that I was talking about. I already drank mine for today, so it's empty, but Magic Mind, oh my God. I don't even know if my code works anymore. I think it was 2 years ago that I did the brand deal with them. Check it out. So worth it to get to help you be in the focus. If you need to cut out scrolling on your phone. I used to have such a bad habit with scrolling, and it truly, really messes up your hormones and it messes up your brainwave state. It made me feel like I was like hitting my head against a wall when I caught myself scrolling for too long because of how my thoughts were just bouncing off of one another. Now, I'm so preoccupied with what I have going on in my day. I'm so excited to get my goals done. Scrolling isn't even an issue anymore because I'm on my planner, okay? I'm knocking things out. I'm being present. And I might catch myself here and there, but because I practice these habits that I'm talking about in this video, it's really not much of an issue for me anymore. And last but not least has done so much for me, and it's to lean in to the I don't feel like it. There's going to be things when you're stepping into new versions of yourself, accomplishing new goals, you're going to come across things that you right out don't feel like doing. Your brain is going to say, I would much rather sit in bed or do something else than this task you're wanting me to do right now. But what I want to say is that resistance is a good sign. Discomfort is a good sign. It's showing you that you're growing into new comfort zones. It's showing you that you're leveling up into new identity pieces. Notice when and where this resistance comes up of, oh, I don't feel like doing this, and lean in. Train your brain to feel the resistance and to lean in rather than to lean away. Change the response in your body when you feel this discomfort. It's going to feel uncomfortable to move into new territory and to create new habits and to operate in new ways of being because it's new, because you're fusing together new neural pathways. It doesn't click just yet. So lean in, let yourself feel comfortable, feeling uncomfortable. If you made it to this point, go ahead and drop a black heart emoji in the comment section below so I know who did. Let me know what your favorite tip was that was helpful for you. I'd love to know. If you're ready to go all into your purpose, create a new you, create a new life, and you want me to be your mentor, go to the description and book a call to apply to be a VIP client, and I will see you in the next video.